Today's in Maddie's world, I'm not talking about how to open the ports in Windows or Mac machines using the Windows firewall or the Mac firewall. So before moving into that, let's have a basic introduction regarding the ports. So if generally in our mind, what is a port? So in generally we say that port is a physical docking point using which we can connect any external device, or you can say like any physical device connectivity through that. So that is basically called a port. But here we are going to talk about network ports. So network port is something which is provided by a transport layer protocol of an internet protocol suite, such as TCP and UDP protocols, and which are used to communicate between two computers. So there are some well-known ports like port number 20 or 21, which are basically used for FTP. Port 25 for SMTP. Port 23 is for using for Telnet, and there are several other ports like 110, which is POP3 port. 123 is NTP port, Network Time Protocol. 53 is work as a TCP and UDP both for DNS. So these are all well known ports. And if we talk about the range of that, so there are a reserve range 0 to 1023, which are well-known ports, or you can say these ports are system ports. And there is another range which is 1024 to 49151, which is registered port assigned by INA to the specific services upon application by requesting entity. And there are a private range, you can say. These are the dynamic port range, which is beginning from 49152 to 65535, which can be used by private or computer services on temporary basis. So this is the basic introduction for the ports. So why do require the port, or what is the requirement of that port? So like we have hosted any application somewhere, or we have created a server in our local system. To access that server from outside using the public IP, we required a specific port through which the request can hit on the system. So for that, there are multiple things which are required. First, we need to allow that port against those services on that private network. Means let's say we required a FTP server in our network. So I created one FTP server on my normal Windows machine. So to access that FTP server, I can easily access in the within the local LAN using that private IP. But if I need to access that particular FTP server from outside, so I need to allow that port in my router also, or the firewall. So I need to allow that port from port against the public IP, or the IP which is allocated to me, and we need to configure that to similar port inside the LAN also against the services which need to be accessed. So we are gonna discussing about all these things. There is a separate video for how to open a port on the router, so you can go through that also. So this is just for an introduction that why do we require that, and what are the benefit of that. So you can easily able to see that we have a two PC which are one having a FTP server, a port 21 allowed on that. So if any request coming from outside the network, it simply, if router having that private IP forwarded, or we have allowed in the port forwarding, then only the request will serve, else it will discard the request. Let's begin with the things, how to modify the things, or how we can allow the port in the Windows machine. So before going into that, what should be the things which we need to know about this? So the window defender firewall, in we have to made the changes in the defender firewall. We have to allow an application or the feature through Windows firewall, and we have to create an inbound rule against the particular port which need to be allowed. So I'm just going to begin with that. Post that we will have a practical session for this also. So I will show you that. So how to open a port in the Windows machine. So first, simply we have to go to Defender firewall, For this, there are two options to do that. You can simply open start menu and type Windows Defender Firewall, so you can able to search it from there also. Else you simply press Windows and R key and type firewall.cpl, so you can find it from there also. So once you get into this, you have to go to allow an app through Windows Firewall. So I will show you how where you will get this option. Once you click on this, there is an option for advanced setting. So here you can able to see that there are two options. Here you can able to see there are the two options. One is for the firewall settings, through which you can disable or enable the firewall for private and public network. So in advanced in and whatever the modifications we have to do in this advanced setting. You can able to see I have highlighted that thing here. So once you click on advanced setting, you will get a page like this. So this is Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security. So here you can made a rule for all your applications which are configured. So when you are opening a port, it is most likely you will want to accept incoming connection. So whenever we are allowing any port, that is for the inbound rule, means whatever the traffic is coming from outside, that should be allowed on your firewall. So we are going to create an inbound rule here. So to create an inbound rule, we have to click on inbound rule, and on the right side panel you can able to see the action in this. There are multiple options. So in the new rule you can create a new rule. So once you click on new rule, you will get a page like this. So it will ask you the rule type, which type of rule you want to create. In Suppose that it will ask you for the protocol and ports. So in protocol and ports, you can able to see we have selected port. So this will what this will do, this will ask you for the network port which need to be allowed. Is it a UDP or UTP port, or is it a TCP port you want to configure? Once you click on next, you can able to see there is an option to allow the ports. So there are two options. One is all local ports. So if you click on this, all the local ports will be allowed, and if you specify the local ports, you can able to see it is given some examples like 80, 443 or 5000 to 5010. Like if we want to allow any port individually, we can do that also. If we want to allow a range, we have to define that range here. So here we have taken one port 102.120.44. Once you done with this one, you specify the port which you want to open. You have to click on next. Once you click on next, it will ask you for the action to taken. So here you can see we have allowed the connection. So this include connection that are protected with IPsec as well as those are not. So it will allow those connections which are coming from outside. Whatever the request is coming, it will pass on to the next hop or the IP address which we have specified on the device. So once you click on next, it will ask you for the profiles from where you want to apply this rule. If you want to apply this on a domain level, if you want to apply this on the private network, or if you applies for the public also. So if you allow only private, it won't be accessible from outside. You have to define the public network whenever you want to access it from the outside. So once you check all this, you have to click next. So it will ask for the name. Once you fill the name, it will create a inbound rule over there. I will show you how it is getting done. After that, we will come into the next section, how to open these ports on the Mac also. Go to start menu and then type firewall. So you can able to see these are the things which we can able to see. So here is an option, allow an app through Windows. So if you click on this, you can get into the same window. Else you can press Window R and then type firewall.cpl. So once you type firewall.cpl, you will get into the firewall settings. I will turn on my firewall right now. Just wait for a second. So this is the method to open how you can enable the firewall on the system also. So over here you can able to see this advanced setting which we are talking on that time. This is the advanced setting tab. So the one way is this one. And another way which I told you, this once you click on firewall, it will ask you allow an app through Windows. So once you click on that also, you will redirect to the same page. So here you can able to see these are the applications which are currently allowed, and here you can able to see which are allowed from the public network, which are allowed from the private network. You can able to see or allow from here. You can make the changes also. Once you click on change setting, you can able to modify also that which app need to be allowed or which is app not need to be allowed. So once we go into that, once you click on advanced setting, you can able to see the same panel page which we have seen earlier to create the inbound rule in that. So you can able to see now we are into the window defender firewall with the advanced security. Here you can able to see that inbound rule, outbound rule, connection security rules, and monitoring. So if I need to create an inbound rule for a specific port, let's say we are creating the same port which is earlier configured here, or we can take any one. So once we click on the new rule tab, in the right hand side it will show you. So in rule type there are multiple options. So in rule type you have to select the port. Once you select the port, once you click on next, it will ask you for the TCP and UDP. It should be UDP or it should be TCP. You can choose it from here. So once you're done with this, you can simply allow all the special all the local ports if you want to allow everything. If you want to specify any port, you can do it from here. Let's say we just need to allow port 80 from here. By default port 80 is allowed, so we can go for 8080 or 8001. So once we specify this port from here, we will click on next. It will ask allow the connection if it is secure, and block the connection. So there are these three selections. You can do it from the here as per your requirement. If you want to allow the connection, you just simply allow the connection, go to next. Now here you can decide you want to allow it for the domain, you want to allow it for the private network. A domain basically used in the corporate section. They having a corporate domain which is created in an organization. So if they allow for the domain, it will be only accessible within the domain. With the private public network, it won't be accessible until they have allowed for that. So you can choose it from here. Once you're done with this, it will ask you for the name, which I told you that it will ask for the name in the last. So let's say we just name it like port 8080 inbound rule. So once you done with the name, if you want to give any description, you can give it. It is an optional. So once you click on finish, now you can able to see there is a rule created like port 8080 inbound rule. Profile all means it is not a domain level. It is for all. It is enabled. Action is allowed. No override. And you can able to see the local address, any remote address, any TCP allowed for the TCP port. And what will be the port number? Port number is 8081. So 8081 is the local port. Remote port could be anything. Any user is authorized for this. Any computer can do access this. So all the parameters are currently allowed. Similarly, if you can drop down this in this section, so you can able to see there are multiple applications which are allowed for some specific ports, some specific protocols also. So here I will show you something like we have an application for DNS. So you can able to see these are applicable for the specific port like 5353 is the local port. So it is not allowed for everyone. It is for the public domain. One is for the domain, one is for the private one, and one is for the public one. So it all having a similar port number, but we have created a different rules. So these are the system generated rules. These are not manual created rules. I'm just want to show you that how these policies work. So here you can able to see there are multiple multiple ports are allowed for the services. So similarly we can allow as per our requirement. So this is basically how we can create an inbound rule. Now we can came to the other section, how we can create a rule or how we can open the port on the Mac machines. So in Mac also there is a similar mechanism. There is a firewall option in security and privacy. So once you go on security and privacy, firewall must be on, then only you can able to apply this rule. So if the firewall is turned off, you can able to see in my Windows machine, the firewall was disabled on that time. So I just need to simply on the firewall, or turn on the firewall, and once we turn on the firewall, everything would be via command only. So you have to open the terminal, and once you open the terminal, you have to type this command sudo pfctl space -d. It will stop the packet filtering firewall. If it is active in the system, it will stop that. So next is use the nano text editor to open the configuration file for packet filter. So this is the command for that, sudo nano /etc/pf.config. So once you done with this, you can able to see the configuration file here, which is on the left hand side. So in this, the editor will show the content of the default configuration, which contains some important stuff. You can add your custom rules, but make sure you do so below any existing configuration. If you want to open this port, like similar we have using the port. So once you want to open the port, enter the following at the bottom of the file. So this is the command which is used to open the port. Pass in it. Proto is protocol. If we need to open the TCP, it should be TCP. If it is UDP, then you have to define it UDP from any to any. So it is similar to the rule which we are making in Windows, but that is in graphical. So here we have to define if the request is coming from any, and it should be allowed to any against port number, this one. So once we done with this, we have to exit the nano, issuing the following at the prompt to reload the firewall configuration. This command is used to reload the configuration. So once it get done, we have to just restart the firewall, and the configuration for this will be done. I hope you will like the video, and you can visit to my website also. In case any feedback, you can share me on my YouTube channel or on my website. You can reach me. Kindly subscribe and share as much as you can. Thank you so much.